It is the final year of his contract this summer, Roy. How much does he deserve? The change of narrative that Gary sort of touched on there, and the praise that is now coming his way.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I think Bruno is an amazing player, absolutely amazing. He's one of the few players I'd pay to watch him play. He makes the game look easy. His stats are fantastic. But the reason I've been critical of him, and sometimes you're always trying to be fair with players, of course. But because I think so highly of him, I want more from him. So his stats are fantastic. But when you're the captain of the team, and you're one of the most senior players, and probably the highest paid player, then we're going to expect more from him. I think that will never change, and that is because there's a responsibility that comes. We're seeing all these clips here. We see his position play there when he's in these pockets. He's the best in the world. He will constantly pick the right pass, the right pace to pass. We've seen it. We could be here all day talking about it. I can't praise the guy enough in terms of what he does as a player. I think his stats are fantastic. But like he's just said there, when Man United last year are finishing 15th or getting beaten by Grimsby, you have to look at players. You have to look at senior players. Now they might go, because that's a responsibility when you're a player. If you finish 15th, and he mentioned there about winning the cup, and when they've been involved in the cup competition, you go, you get a thumbs up for that. But the bigger picture for Man United, you don't come to Man United. Well, when you come to Man United, it's to compete for the league title. It has to be. That has to be kind of what you're about. So when I've been critical, I've tried to be fair with him. Not from a football point of view, fantastic, absolutely amazing. But I still expect more. And the reason I expect more from him, because I think that highly of him. I'm not sitting here every week looking at other players and Dallo and these boys and expecting great. No, because the responsibility's on Bruno, because I think there's a compliment in that. I'm expecting more from him, for what he does for the team. And I still think he can actually do more for the team. Defensively, or when United are under the cosh. That's what I do. That's why I look at. Otherwise, they'll never improve, or Bruno won't improve. You have to look at the negatives, but also, obviously, give the man praise, because, as I said, an amazing footballer.
Absolutely amazing. And in terms of that creative ability this season, in a league of his own, which is kind of the point you're making, Roy, when we look at the combination of assists and chances created this season by Premier League players, every one of those little dots represents the rest of the best attacking players in the Premier League, and there is Bruno, and way out above everybody else.
And the dream scenarios for Bruno, and the danger for Liverpool will be today when they've got decent possession, they're moving forward. It's the pockets. Bruno picks it up, and what he has now, which he didn't have the last year or two, when he gets in the pocket, he's got runners. He's got people who want to run in behind, and if Bruno's on the ball, he will find you. That's why United have been such a goal threat this year compared to last year, because when he's getting in these pockets, and we've seen clips there, if people are running, making some good runs, he will pick you out.
But Daniel, what will he be thinking? 32 in September, heading into the last year of his contract this summer. Take us into his mindset.
I can't take you into his mindset after he just said, I don't like when people say that they know what I'm thinking. So I don't want to say what he's thinking. What I would say is, look, any player who's been a top player at a top club for many years, right, they're always going to have options. It's whatever he feels is best at this stage of his career. He's been here a long time, had some fantastic years at the football club. And I think the heights he's set and the level he's at now is probably the 2020-2021 season, when he scored so many goals and got assists. I think this season it's flipped. He's taken maybe more of a creative role and gone, you know what, maybe I don't need to take as many shots. Maybe I don't need to
maybe now he's got trust in the players around him.
Exactly that, and there's more of a chemistry there. There's more of a trust in going, OK, cool, I'm going to make these. I know my guy can make that run there. And I think he's trusting his teammates more and saying, I'm going to be the creative source for the team, and he's doing it so well. You have to give him so much credit for just like Roy said there, he's done so much.
Problem is, come the summer, obviously he's going to away to the World Cup, and he'll be with a lot of his teammates, and they'll be getting to his head, because they'll be thinking he's a year older now. He obviously was linked last summer and making lots of noises himself, and his agent, and he plays them games as well. He's on a probably decent contract at United, but they always maybe want a bit more. And when he's surrounded by them lads who are in Saudi Arabia, he'll be getting his head turned this summer. And that's what happens. That's the game
football,
as well,
though, isn't it? You know what happens.
Not knocking him for that. Yeah, that's just part of the territory. Yeah, but United.
You've got to pay for the best.
Sorry,
you got to pay for the best.
Yeah, but he's on a pretty decent deal at United, I'm guessing, and he's got a year left. And if you're talking about bringing the best to United, sometimes you have to focus on the contract you're on and not be getting your head turned like you did last summer. No, that's not all of him. That was probably the club as well. But I stay focused on the contract you're on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the philosophy as well. What's the philosophy here? Are they going to go 2 years? That's something that is a consideration. When you're in your 30s, you want stability, you want security. So you want a 2-year deal. When you're signing 1-year deals in your 30s, that a lot of clubs do these days, that sort of turns players off. It's like, mate, I got a family, I got kids. I can't be worrying about, I love the club, but I need security. So as long as if Manchester United want him here, I'm expecting at least a 2-year deal for him to stay, and he'll be.
I think he's doing okay, though. I
mean, we're not talking about the money. We're not talking about the wages. We're just talking about the length of time.
I think he's doing okay. Yeah, he's surviving. Yeah.
Everyone needs another wheelbarrow full.
How have you developed that consistency this season? What do you feel is the sort of magic ingredient?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think is there any magic ingredient in the middle. But obviously, I think, as I said, I've played in different positions this season. I've adapted myself and my game to different things, to different ways of playing. And I think that made me learn more about the game of my teammates than my own game. So, and made me understand that, like, the difficulties they have, what type of movements I need to do to help them, what I need to do better in terms of helping the team in different situations of the game, when I have to speed the game up, when I need to slow it down. I think playing as one of the midfielders in the beginning with Ruben helped me a lot to understand the difficulties of the players that were behind me, but also to understand the people in front of me, what they should do to help me more, to, like, when I have the ball, when I don't have the ball, the way I have to press, the way I need to help them and cover spaces. And I think that was very good for me, for my full understanding of the game, more on the midfield, but also from the defender's point of view, when they have to jump, if he's good, if he's not, if the space is too big, and that helps a lot.
That's interesting, because we're all watching you playing deeper and thinking, no, Bruno can't play there, he has to play higher. But it feels like it served a purpose of actually educating you in terms of what your player, like Casemiro and sort of Kobe Mainoo now, what they'll understand their roles. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I think obviously when you play there, even being in a different formation, you kind of understand what it takes to be in that position, how much space they have to cover when you have players in front of you to try to go and press. Because obviously for me, when you play for a big club, you always want to be on the front foot, try to press high and everything, and not every time is possible. And then obviously when I play with Casemiro by my side, or even Kobe or Mainoo, I understand how difficult for them it is to cover the ground and everything, because not every player has the same capabilities of running and cover ground. Some of them are better in covering spaces, in reading the game, like the case of Casemiro. We can't ask and demand for Casemiro to go up and down the pitch so many times, because his game is more about to read the spaces and understanding when he has to press, when he has to slow it down and come back and help the back line. And for me, it was good to have that understanding of the players I have around me, what they need from me in the point of view, like I'm ahead of them, but I know they need my support. And helped me a lot to read the moments of the game differently, even knowing that playing in a different formation. Obviously, I think playing as I was playing with Ruben, I really enjoyed it a lot, because I was more on the ball. I touched more the ball. I could be more involved. I could break lines much more, like to my tens, Mateus, Brian, Mason, Josh, whatever was there. I could break lines and make them play quicker and have the team on the front foot. Obviously, with the wing backs was perfect to switch off play and everything. And I really enjoy it to play there. Then obviously I had many conversations with Ruben when he asked me to drop in the back line to try to make a 4 and to open up the spaces in the middle to make it big. But then I had also the responsibility on getting into the box.
Yeah.
But like when you're building up and then trying to go up and down, you had to have legs to do that. And obviously he understood that I could do that, but obviously at the same time, sometimes it's not possible, that because you make the long pass and then you have to run 60 yards to get into the box, and it is difficult. But I really enjoy it, and I really liked it the way I was playing under Ruben, because I thought like I was getting more complete as a player.
You say you enjoyed it, but is this position that you're playing now under Michael Carrick the perfect position for you?
Yeah, it's probably, let's say that is the one that I can get the best out of me, because everyone knows my main skills will be the creation I have, the goal scoring ability, and all this last third thing. And I think that's my best qualities, and I'm aware of that. And I'm very good in the counter press when we lose the ball. And to be able to do the counter press, you need to be high on the pitch to be the first one to make a reaction, and then help the other ones to like come with you and push. When you play a little bit deeper, you can have that, but normally you're the one that normally stays a little bit more, like if they break the counter press, you need to run backwards. So you would lose a little bit of my game. I think, well, obviously in the last few years I've played more in that position than I actually played a little bit deeper. And I think, yeah, for the qualities, for my main qualities, or for the qualities